10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the podcast from Doug Ground Up Productions with hosts Lady Miz and Ray. This is a universal platform, and there is nothing off limits. We talk about it all, and we keep it real. This is a no judgment zone, so come as you are. If you are a professional, entertainer, author, comedian, entrepreneur, or just someone who wants to get something off their chest, well, let your voice be heard here on From the Ground Up Productions. Sponsorship and other opportunities are available from the Ground Up Productions. Turning nothing into something. There's only one way to go from here. And now, here are your hosts, Lady Miz and Ray.
What's up, people? We in the building. Yes. What's good, people? Y'all already know what this is. This is From the Ground Up Productions. There is only one way to go from here. I tell y'all that every single time. This is the place where creators meet. And tonight we have two amazing creators that we are going to be interviewing, CASHONABLE and CHIZABAM. I cannot wait to bring them on. Before we bring them on, I just want to let y'all know, for those who do not know, that this is a platform where we talk to different creators and individuals, and we love to educate our viewers while we're doing that, but we also love to give and get the feedback from our viewers as well, because your opinion really matters here on this show. Even if we disagree, we still like to walk away with respect from one another. I think that is so important. A lot of times people don't know how to disagree and still be cool, you know what I mean? So our show, this is what we represent. Anybody out there who wants to promote their business, if you want to promote your music, your business, your song, or you want to sponsor our show, you could contact us at we Ebonics, so it's DA from the Ground Up Productions at gmail.com, or you can hit us on our social media and we can talk business. What else we talking about here? Oh boy. I forgot. Oh, yeah. That's right. Well, no, I'm like, where is it at? Anybody who don't know, y'all know I have my own chips, Boss Smooth Chips. Y'all can go to my website. And if you want to order some, you could get your order in now and pre-order them. Y'all know I got music on deck, so always look for that. Lady Miz, you could type that in. My last releases was Click Tight, Riding, featuring Lot Picasso, and Family Business, which CASHONABLE was on. And CHIZABAM was also one of the producers and mixed on there too. And want to remind y'all too, I am re-releasing my book, Broken Then Healed. As I told y'all last time, I wasn't happy with the book, and it was a lot of errors in it. When I did it through another company, I didn't like how they represented me and did not fix the errors. I put it out anyway because I didn't want to give them no more money. But I said, now that I have my own publishing company, I'm going to re-release that book the way that I want it. So look out for that, as well as the children's books for Black kids, obviously, that I want to put out, because I think we need more stuff that represents us as a people. Big shout out to everybody on the check-in. Positive Beats Negative podcast, Bonnie Chambers podcast, over there in Chicago, Karen, Al Mosley, Steven, Jaden, everybody. We're about to bring on the one and the onlys with an S. Let's bring on CASHONABLE and CHIZABAM. Let's go. Hey, look, I'm all out of breath now. What's good? How y'all doing tonight?
Blessed. I'm blessed.
Pretty good. Can't complain, man. I'm here.
That's what's up. Well, Cash, we want to welcome you back to the show, of course, because you've been here before. Exactly. And you family to us anyway. So that's what's up. And it's exciting to have you on. And CHIZABAM, we're excited to have you on for the first time. So welcome.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
No doubt. Big up to everybody on the check-in. Make sure you guys share this live. Y'all know that sharing is important for us, and this is how we are able to reach other people. So what you do also helps us out here at From the Ground Up. So make sure you share. Listen, y'all know we here, for those who do not know, we are here to talk about the re-release of the second quarter, but before we get into that, because listen, I'm excited to talk about it. Cash, I'm a big fan of you and your music. But before we get into that, I want you to kind of like really tell people who you are for those who do not know and what you represent. And then CHIZABAM, I would like you to go after him.
I also, for those who don't know, I'm CASHONABLE. I'm the owner of Hella Spit Enterprises LLC. I'm a big time signee and representative of LTP Inc. I'm a COO of Cook Cabin ATL. I'm a musician. I'm a businessman first. I don't play by my business. I'm a businessman first. Music's my passion. I'm a family man. I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a husband, a loyal husband, dedicated. You know what I'm saying? I stand on principles, man, and I got good music, and y'all should check it out, man.
You already know. Listen, we definitely going. Well, we checked it out and we heard it. You know what I mean, even before. But there's something different about this, and we're going to get into that. Definitely in Cook Cabin, I love Cook Cabin. That right there, for anybody who do not know, you need to look that up. Yeah. CHIZABAM, go ahead and also, introduce yourself and tell people about it. And we're going to circle back to the Cook Cabin.
Okay. Well, for those who don't know, my first time being on here, my name is CHIZABAM. Originally from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm based in Dallas, Texas now. I'm the owner of SNL Music Group. I'm an artist, producer, also the co-founder of Lion Speaks Poetry. And I'm a father, I'm a husband, and, and I'm also an engineer as well. And, I've been doing music for a long time. I stand on independence. I stand on independence. I stand on business as well, and I'm honored to be here.
Absolutely. We happy to have y'all here. Yes. Big shout out to Jay Smooth on the check-in, MC Lady Z on the check-in, Lakeisha on the check-in, The Movement TV on the check-in. I see y'all. Listen. Let me just say this before we get to it. Tell us, CASHONABLE. I like to call you just Cash for sure.
Hey, man, call me
But listen, tell us a little bit about Cook Cabin.
Okay. All right, so let me so listen, Dubby's really the one that's good at this. All right, so listen, Cook Cabin, man, it's a cabin retreat, a creative retreat that we host. Me and myself, me, Lester Smith, Dubby got bars. We run this company called Cook Cabin. Pretty much it's a retreat out in the mountains in Blue Ridge. We host it twice a year. It's a creative. We have about 25 to 30 creatives pull up, both from varieties of engineers, producers, artists, videographers. This year we've got a couple of day pass members coming through that are just going to be doing some live art while we're there, just because we're all about the creative experience.
Right.
If you want to learn more about Cook Cabin, we have an IG. It's at Cook Cabin ATL. You can email us at cookcabinatl@gmail.com. There's a submission form in everyone's bio, pretty much. So Lester Smith, or SR Gent, I should say. You guys know him as SR Gent. W got bars, or mine as well. It's three of us. We all have the submission forms in our email, so, and in our links for our bio. So should be really easy to find. I don't know how to sum up Cook Cabin. I always told you this, Ms. This is probably one of my challenges. CHIZABAM.
It's all good.
CHIZABAM can sum it up because he's experienced it. But for me, as the person who's in charge of hosting it and cultivating it with my boys, it's one of those things where you got to be there, and that's our slogan. You had to be there. You understand? So it's like, just know that if you're an independent artist and you're serious about your craft and you need a community and somewhere to come, and you don't want them all up in your videos, come to Cook Cabin.
That's what I'm talking about. We'll be dancing in a video.
You don't want them dancing in your video. Now we're here for you. We'll educate you on the business. We'll let you know whatever we know. We do not stray away from business. It's probably one of our strongest points is that we take this stuff serious. All of the artists that come here, they end up on going forward. They end up on an album. We've got singles that we've released. We've got about 5 singles out right now. We've got the 6th one coming out on Friday, actually. And yeah, we from splits to just registration. I mean, we take care of it all, man. And you know, we care about the creative, man. So come check us out, y'all.
That's what's up.
All right. CHIZABAM, you want to add anything onto that?
Yeah, the Cook Cabin. When I first went to Cook Cabin, my very first Cook Cabin last year, March, I was extremely impressed. I was blown away by the level of talent, not just the level of talent, but the level of skill and the camaraderie between everyone there. You know, it was just crazy. And to see, you know, how fluid Cash and Dubby and everyone who managed Cook Cabin were from the business perspective, but also just so smooth with dealing with brotherly with everyone and cordial. It was just an amazing experience, which had me go back, and I'm going back next month in March.
That's what I'm talking about.
A good impression on me. So, you know.
Yes.
Big shout out to Dubby Got Bars, man. We got to get him on for an interview,
Dub,
man. Big shout out to Dubby. None of it would have been possible, man. My bro was kicking it with some friends and came up with the wildest idea that turned into a really dope startup company that we're gonna cultivate this world and we're gonna change some stuff. So shout out to
hear
Dubby.
that. I hear that. I absolutely love it. Let me just shout out Soraya Alexis pulling up, La Picasso in the building, Mark, Jersey and Things. I see y'all. Now, listen, for me, when I see Cook Cabin, I just see, again, like us, like we say, we're creators meet, right? It's so perfect for that. Like, we definitely got to come out there. I know, Cash, we spoke about this.
Oh, yeah, we working on something because we want to host y'all. Like, we don't play about our day pass people.
Yes.
Yes, because separate from, you know, the fact you're going to see some talent, we care about y'all because y'all taking time to come kick it with us. So
yes, we appreciate that. But I love what y'all are doing there. For me, like, I believe in that. And I really think that it's gonna really go far. So keep that going. I see the chemistry. I see what it does. I love for me, just the different people in the room, and it doesn't matter about nothing and not, but the talent. And y'all be cooking too. You know what I mean? So you bring everything to the platform. Like, it's dope. It's dope.
Cash is an extremely good cook. For everybody on here, Cash is extremely good cook. Yeah. Man, he whipped up this porridge. I was bowls, man. I kept going back. I had to ask him for it the next time. Yo, you wasn't gonna do it the second cabin. I had to ask him. We went to the store. We went to
the porridge. Listen. If you're from the islands, you know what porridge is, man. And it's like a tradition now. I had to bring the islands to the cabin. You heard? So,
yeah.
You know.
Yes. Yes.
A classic.
So I'm gonna say something to both of y'all, because you know what, you don't hear it, especially for Black men. Y'all proud to say your husbands and faithful. So big up to y'all, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, because you know, when you hear people, they don't think that comes from us. You know, that we can do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I will ask y'all, because you know, when the CHIZABAM, you said you're from Dallas. Are you still in Dallas now?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas. That's where I'm based.
So how did you and Cash actually meet up?
Oh man, this is crazy.
Yo, it's a wild. That's wild. You can tell them.
So I was just. It was a random day where, you know, I was going through my normal day, and my aunt sends me, my auntie KK. She sends me a long text message. I get a long text message, and she tells me, "Hey, baby, I met, you know, this musician and who I'm very impressed with. Go ahead and give him a call." So long story short, I give Cash a call, and he explains to me the story. So he was at the DMV, right? And he said he was on the phone, and my auntie KK heard him talking, and she was like, excuse me, sir, you have a. And then he gets he gets off the phone. He tells his boy, like, I gotta call you back because this woman has commanded my attention.
Yeah, she had the sweetest energy. She had the
sweetest energy. he goes, she says, sir, you have a very beautiful voice. Have you ever considered doing anything with your voice?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, I actually do music, and just gives her the whole spiel. And then they connect on that. And then she sends his information to me. And then we build from there. And then come to find out, me and him are already connected through Vino, who shout
out to Vino in the chat. I see
homie Greg
by Vino.
And that was crazy because I went to school with Greg, and Vino knows Cash, and Vino's on the first quarter. All his productions all over crazy. His productions all over the first quarter album, and I didn't know that they were building.
Wow,
so it was just God working that made the connection.
CHIZABAM's actually from Atlanta originally, so he's based in Dallas, but from Atlanta. So long story short, I ran into his aunt. I had already been working with some of one of his close friends who actually brought my friend into producing, which was Vino. So CHIZABAM had a huge inspiration on him with that, and then for us to just run into each other like that, it was small world.
It is.
It is. That is a small world.
We
don't want to drag it out. We don't want to drag the story out.
It's amazing that somebody who's
long-winded.
I'm sorry.
It's amazing that somebody who said you on the telephone and somebody just listens to you and goes, "Yo, I love your voice,"
Right?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. No, that is dope, and destined to happen. So that was meant to be for y'all to come together and create great music. Now listen, like y'all see it, the second quarter. You had the first quarter. You had the second quarter, you had halftime, you had the third. Like, listen, you really put some thought into putting out your music. You're not just the type of person that just do things randomly and just throw it out. You really, really care about the art of music and everything. So what I want to know from you, Cash, and what I want you to tell the people, first, let's start with what is the reason that you wanted to re-release? Because second quarter is a re-release. Why did you want to re-release this album?
Well, honestly, when it first came out, I had just lost a homeboy by the name of Smooth. May he rest in peace. And Smooth had came to my house about 2 weeks before he passed away, and he told me this was like some of the best music he's ever heard. Like, I hadn't known him personally too long, but we had a lot of close friends and we were in the same like circle. And it was just magnifying when I played him the album, and I was super excited, and then he died 2 weeks later, and it ended up being 2 weeks before the album came out, and I lost all momentum, I lost all energy. It literally just it was almost like I was releasing a single. I didn't even care about the album. Like I didn't put any promotion behind it. Pretty much, I didn't do it. I lost all like confidence in the album because number one, I didn't want to take away from the fact that I think Atlanta lost a real friend, because I knew a lot of people in the city who knew this kid, and he was really connected. Like, he used to work for TNT, like back NBA, so like people knew him in Atlanta, and the energy was just off, and it didn't feel right telling people about this album. And it was crazy because I had put my soul into this album, like from talking about my children's birth to just talking about circumstantial shit that I went through just growing up, to just talking about all different things. And CHIZABAM, man, oh my God, bro, like big inspiration on how I even came about the quarter system, because I created a quarter system with CHIZABAM. Like, yeah, like it was just long phone calls, like, pandemic time, 2019, 2020, it was just heavy times for everybody, very uncertain. Nobody really knows what's going on. Nobody wants to show face, so they're not expressing themselves. A lot of internalizing, and I had somebody to talk to and build with through the whole process. Like most people, funds wasn't stable, and CHIZABAM was not trying to charge me for anything. That dude was just like, yo, bro, let's get it. Like, and that's not, you don't see that too often. So that's why I like to always shout out CHIZABAM, because you know how when they say you need an artist and a producer who work together to build, usually there's one or the other who thinks they're more entitled to another. They don't see the like equalization. in partnership because they feel like, okay, well, I'm a better known producer, so you should pay me a little bit of this. Or you got artists who think they're so hot that, oh, you should pay me to be on the track, or everything should be for free. And CHIZABAM kind of like met me halfway, and I still paid bro for his services 100%. Like he was so forthcoming that I had to make sure he was compensated. So it was just one of those things where, like, I don't mean to drag out the answer, but
no, it's okay, go ahead.
To answer the second half of the question, how I came up with the idea to re-release was I had to re-release it because I had some material on the album that was kind of contradicting to what we're going through right now. Whoever know my past, and there were some things that were in my album that was kind of implicating to like a picture that I didn't want to paint. Foundations that I don't really stand on as much as I used to as a child. I'm a grown man that has a lot to lose, so I'm much more cognizant of my decisions and the choices that I make. And if there's an opportunity to fix something that, even if it wasn't meant to be meant to come across a certain way, if it does now, I can fix it. To have that opportunity and not take it would be stupid in a time where you're seeing young black men's lyrics get used against them. And it's just like, I saw that shit and was just like, okay, am I gonna wait until I find a situation that I get implicated in, or do I just go ahead and start fixing some shit from now? And I didn't see a lot of people. I talked to a lot of friends. They were like, "No, you tripping, man. It's just music." But then I talked to people who really understood where I come from and what I stand on, and they were like, "Yes, absolutely." And believe it or not, the people who I removed from the album, where their stories and their voices, they championed it. They were like, "Dog, you're smart." Like, and that's what blew my mind. So the re-release was just to show that, number one, I knew that a lot of people didn't hear the album because I didn't talk about it. It's so much important music on there. I feel like there's things people need to hear. So the re-release was a no-brainer. I talked to CHIZABAM. He did an amazing job on the mix. On the production, and he was just like, "Yo, let's do it. Let's re-release it." And it was a no-brainer. So hopefully that answered.
No, you definitely answered. Real quick. What I want to say to you is this: when you told me that you was re-releasing it, and we spoke about it, and you said there's certain things I wanted to take off of there, and then you told me, and for me, I was really impressed and inspired by that. I think that when you have growth, right, and you start to really care about yourself more, your family, your community, what your image and message that you're putting out there, because a lot of times we speak things, but we don't always live by them and what we represent in our everyday life. So the fact that you said, "Hey, I'm going to re-release this and remove it because it doesn't really live up to my expectations or my lifestyle now," that is really setting a standard, in my opinion, for the music industry. And you are really, like, to me, stepping out there and really leading.
Yeah.
That's what you call real leadership. Like, listen, I don't represent that. I'm removing that so that I don't put that out there. I want to, applaud you for that, because
Thank you.
That's
but honestly, like, it comes from a concept from talking to CHIZABAM. Once again, I can always throw him in because me and him talk so much. Like, I believe that everybody should have a council of 5 people that they rely to through the weeks. Like, whether it's a significant other, friends, or whatever, I got 5 people that no matter what, before I make any decisions, I'm running through 5 people to see their opinions, because 2 of them can agree and 3 can disagree, and I just need an off kilter. You feel me? So me and CHIZABAM came up with this concept called, excuse my French, it's called double the fuck down, which means stand on what you stand on, mean what you mean, say what you say. I won't curse again, but it's what's the acronym? DTFD? Yeah, DTFD, which pretty much means stand on what you stand on, mean what you mean. And if you're not representing something no more, or you don't really agree with certain things, don't be scared to say it. Like, it's better to be outcasted for something you actually stand on and believe than for you to get caught up in something because you was trying to look a certain way for somebody. And it's just like, a lot of people getting tricked off the streets out here. A lot of people it's like, and honestly, where I come from, if you really stand on what you stand on, you don't got to say that shit to nobody. You don't got to prove it to nobody. Just let them try, and then it is what it is. So
there you go.
silence works in that matter for sure. So it's just like, yeah, I just wanted to, double fuck down.
That's right.
Hey. now, CHIZABAM, you produced for the album, right? But I see your name you're doing other things. What other things on the album did you actually do? Because you seem multi-talented.
Okay, so appreciate that. I'm doing vocals, background vocals, doing production, mixing, mastering, just the whole feel of the album overall, and how it came to be, the track selection. It was just it was a situation to where I took this on as like this is me, you know what I'm saying? Like this is me, and this is because it's my brother, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want it to be a situation to where it was just, okay, this is some dope music. Let me just listen to it. Okay, let me just level, equalization, compression, all of the engineering technical terms. And then here, like I said, okay, as passionate as he is about this project, I have to meet him, at least meet him. That's the equivalent. There's a saying that none of you will truly believe until you want for your brother what you want for yourself, what you like for yourself. And so that's the basis that you meet at. The higher level is loving his project more than him, right? So I did, I love doing it some, I threw some, opened up the production software, threw some sounds in here, added some drops, added some, Mary D, you know what I'm saying? We tapped on Mary D, network, Mary D. The singers, you know what I'm saying? We to make something that's not, not just for the right now, but something that's timeless.
Yes, so absolutely.
The idea was with it.
You did an amazing job as well. Like you're very talented. I even just hearing you speak, it really represents to me greatness. And I'm not saying this to be bullshitting either. I'm keeping it all the way real. When people think that this type of love for their brother don't exist, y'all represent that, and it really is a big example for the people to see and follow. It's okay, like we don't have to hate each other, kill each other, fight each other. Like look at the support that you guys give, and you really care about your art, because you as a producer, also as an artist, someone who does poetry and stuff, like you do so much as well. So like it was the fact that y'all two came together and is able to put out, continuing to put out great music in this project is amazing to me. It really is. What I wanted to ask you, Cash, was, so we got the second quarter, but because I want you to tell the people, what does it mean when the noise stops? What does that mean?
So it would have so for those who heard the original album, the album was sequenced and contextually placed perfectly in a way where I say like this: when the noise stopped, my boy Dirty was narrating this album, and he's narrating this album from a place where he has to vacation for a very long time. So when the noise stopped it was kind of, for me, what it meant was that moment when you're forced to just deal with your own mortality, you're forced to deal with your own reality. It's like my big brother has this saying. He says, one day you're going to find yourself by yourself. Feel me? And since I was a kid, he's been telling me, he's been molding me over and over. One day you're going to find yourself by yourself. And I think that's the moment where that's the moment for every human when the noise stops. Like when all the distractions, and then you're forced to just deal with, okay, this is what reality is. We going left or we going right, but either way, you got to commit. And what my boy, his perspective was, he was speaking to a situation till the day his life changed forever. The day he did whatever he did that would cause him to be where he is for the rest of his life, or let's just hope that's not for the rest of his life. But let's just say, it is what it is. But free Dirty for sure. Shout out to Jay Smooth, man. Big shout out to Jay Smooth, bro. Yeah, when the noise stopped, pretty much was just Yeah, just that quiet moment when you ain't got nobody to rely on. You can't blame nobody because your situation is just your situation. It's like when you're forced to deal with it and there's no out. There's no, okay, well, I could blame this person. Or maybe if it was like you're just like, damn, I'm dead to rights. This is reality. Where do we go from here? So
deep.
When you listen to the album, even with all the stuff resequenced, it still touches that point, you know, from the moment I talk about thinking about my mom from Good Morning, you know, from Pocket Full of Money, where I'm thanking God for Auntie KK, life will never be the same. I'd have met a brother out of CHIZABAM, like,
right.
The Memoirs of a Full-Time Father, I'm talking about the birth of my kids and what could have potentially not been the birth of my kids. So, like, it was deep, you know what I'm saying? And it goes all throughout, from me talking about my childhood, good old days, Boulevard, which is one of my favorites, you know. Yeah. Hopefully that answers it, right?
No, yeah, you did. I mean, you tapped into some other things I was going to ask you, but I'll circle back to.
My fault.
It's all good.
You put a lot of thought into your albums and your projects. So when you doing the quarters, what was the idea of coming up with the quarters?
So the quarter system was, Chiz, if I can remember correctly, bro, I think it was one of those things where it was like, yo, man, I got no music out. I think it was I'm coming off of going hard with Venaki from 2018 to 2019. And I'm like, damn, I'm burnt out. I done dropped the Essence back in 2015, 2016. And then I re-released it again. Nobody noticed because I didn't know how to market myself. So I'm just like, damn, pandemic is coming, all this different stuff. I lost my job with Uber, which was shattered everything because I didn't see it coming. Pardon me if y'all can hear my daughter crying. She just wild.
No, it's okay.
But Memoirs of a Full-Time Father.
That's right.
Well, I almost lost my train of thought. The quarter system. So pretty much it was, yo, dog, I'm trying to drop an album every 6 months. What's up? And he's just like, bro, you trying to do that for real? I'm like, yeah, I need to drop this music, Chiz. And he's just like, bro, I think you can do it. And my whole thing was, I don't got no money to market. I don't got no money for music videos. I don't got no music. All I have is a recording studio, the know-how to record myself. And now I got a brother and a homie that knows how to mix, master, and he can produce if I need a track. So, and I had my boy Vino at the time. Vino was a very instrumental part in the creation of the second quarter because he's the one who produced Memoirs of a Full-Time Father. He produced Lost Souls and he produced D3 on First Quarter. So like Vino was just, between Bam and Vino, it was just, we was locking in. Man. I'm talking about 4 o'clock in the morning up talking about mixes. I'm in my car like, hey bro, this shit not knocking. Like he like, okay, hold on. Like, and it's like crazy. So that was the quarter system. Let me sum it up. I'm so sorry because I'm long-winded.
Go ahead. I'm the same way. I know.
There's be a lot of shit. The quarter system is the journey. It's the journey. It's my process. It's the journey and process in which I'm going through to get to my level of happiness within my music career. It's all within purpose. It's not too broad. It's dedicated to the music journey and where I feel like I'm at, to where from where I started to where I'm gonna be, to where I'm gonna deem my happiness, because I'm not gonna let somebody else tell me I need 100 mil to be happy, or I need 50 mil, or I'll do well with half a mil. Like, I won't let nobody determine that. As I go and as I'm growing and I'm feeling, I'll determine if this is my second stage, i.e. second quarter, or if this is the halftime moment where I'm like, damn, I'm feeling good. Like, I'm starting to make a little bit of money. People know who I am. Okay, maybe this is halftime. And the reason why it's taking third quarter so long, third quarter is not even my next album. I'm not going to tell y'all the name of it, but just know shh is in the name, which is why if y'all know me, I always see this shh emoji. That's a hint. But yeah, third quarter is, I don't know when that's dropping, because whenever I get to the third quarter process or journey part stage of my life, that's when that album comes. So it's not a chronological order type of thing where it's going to be first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. No, because my shit don't just end that quick. So
okay. I was going to ask. Okay.
You're going to get in between different projects. Like, I'm going to always keep dropping, but just know that those quarter ones mean the most. So I'm like, everybody's got the album, and then everyone's got the album that they're working on, right? And that's what the quarters are for me. So
okay, all right. So all right, so getting back, I know you touched on this, but what I want people to know, guys, and make sure we're going to play a snippet of it, of his songs, but I want y'all to make sure that y'all go over and download and support or buy the album, The Second Quarter. It is available everywhere, correct?
Yes, and it's also available on my website. Sorry, y'all, my website was down for a year. I had to learn how to do it. And listen, it's still ugly as hell, but listen, it's published, it's up. Man, listen, my album is Name Your Price. I don't charge no more for my projects. From now on, I want y'all to pay what y'all think it's worth, because at the end of the day, I know what my music worth, and I'm gonna go get that check regardless.
I hear that.
The art ain't for compromise. The art ain't up for compromise. Y'all pay y'all price. I would really appreciate the support. It's on streaming platforms already. That's as cheap as it's gonna get when it comes to streaming. I mean, but yeah, the album's up for sale on the website, www.cashonable.com, and go stream it. Halftime, first quarter, second quarter, all of it. Run it up for me, man.
We definitely gonna do that for sure. Thank y'all. Big shout out to Shaki on the check-in. I don't know if I shouted her out. Big shout out to UNG radio station over there on the West Coast. We see you, big homie Madman. Listen, so Memoirs of a Full-Time Father. I know you touched on that. That's featuring Mary D, correct?
Yeah.
I would like
and Chizabam.
Chizabam, yes. Chizabam is here with us today. so what I wanted to ask you, my bad, I'm sorry. What I wanted to ask you was, you touched on that very quickly. But I want people to know, because see, your music, right? And this is what I like about y'all and what you're putting out. It has so much meaning behind it. And you are really telling stories about your life, things that people could relate to, things to show people what you've been through and how you're able to get through it and still be here thriving, right? And moving forward. Break down what you are talking about in this song, Memoirs of a Full-Time Father, and what you've been through. Would you mind sharing that with us? And Chizabam, I would like you to also give your take on this song too. And how did you feel, kind of like doing your thing on there? What feelings were you feeling to express how you felt on that track?
So first of all, I never pay attention to these questions in the comments. I feel like we gotta answer these.
We're gonna get to y'all questions. Put y'all questions. We're gonna get to it in a hot minute.
Yeah, tell mama I only got my twins. We need to get rich first before we have any more babies. And Second Quarter is on Tidal. You just gotta put in the full name of the album and my name, and you'll find it. Memoirs of a Full-Time Father. Yeah, I don't ever really talk about this song because it's one of them joints when you hear it, like it bring the waterworks, because you got to relive it every time, right? So so when my kids were born, they're preemies. They were born 4 weeks or 5. They were born at 35 weeks. Okay. And they say for it to be full term, they got to be at least 37, right? So wifey went in for a regular schedule checkup. 35 weeks. They found blood in her urine, so she's at a clinic, and they're like, "Yo, she needs to go to the hospital yesterday." And we're just like, "Okay." So they like call for the midwife and all that. They're setting up at shout out Northside, the baby factory, Atlanta. They're preparing for her. We rush over to the hospital. They check her. They said she got low platelets. They said the babies are leaning on her liver. The pregnancy is already considered high risk. So because it's twins. So it's one of those things where I'm not allowed to be in the delivery room. I can't witness the birth of my children. They got to cut her open. I think the last time we spoke about this, I mentioned some discrepancies we went through. I'm not going to shed light on that too much right now, just because I don't know how that's going to play out in the future. Okay, no problem. Yep. I felt like at the time when it was the most critical, we were waiting on this doctor that was taking forever to get to the hospital, man. And then she showed up late and she was mad unprofessional. And she was laughing and all types of shit. And I guess maybe that was just her way of saying calm down or whatever, but I was not trying to hear that shit. And
laughing.
Yeah, like yeah, she was just listen, like I said, I don't like to talk about this part of it because it sounds like I'm trying to throw shade and I'm not. But I wasn't prepared to run into a doctor that was that comfortable with this kind of high risk situation. And I just remember the babies, it took about 30 minutes for their delivery to take place. So it didn't take long, but I'm like stuck in the fucking bathroom, bro. Like I won't even open the door. It's a public bathroom. They got a lock on it. I'm like, fuck y'all not coming in this bathroom. I'm on my knees, bro. And I'm like praying because like my mom died right after I was born. You feel me? So like she died. She was in coma for 5 years, but she was pretty much brain dead from like the day after I was born, and she had came home with me and fell down a flight of stairs or whatever. So for me, it's parallel because I'm like, yo, if I lose my wife when she's giving birth to my twins, bro, like this is not life. Like that's how my story played out with me losing my mom. So I'm just like, I can't go through this shit, bro. And like I'm on my knees, bro, like going crazy, like just praying. And 30 minutes passed by. My brother hit me, like, you know, my mother-in-law is on the way, all this crazy shit. But pretty much unprofessional doctor goes in, does her job, comes out. Before my babies come out, she come out and she's got a little serious look on her face. So I'm like, all right, what's up? You know, and she's telling me, oh, well, you know, nothing really serious, you know, but there's a cut there's a cut on your child's buttocks. So I'm like, what do you mean a cut? Like, what does that mean? She's saying, oh, well, there was an accident, you know, she was sliced on the opening. We were opening the stomach and she was sliced on. I was just like, yo, that does that normally happen? And like at the time, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not none of that. So she like threw mad papers in my face, fam. It was just like, yeah, we just need you to make sure, you know, you sign something. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. I like, and this is why I'm so serious about contracts. If anyone know, people don't know that part about my life, but like I don't play about black and white no more because you can sign away some serious shit when you sign without looking. So artists, please read the shit that you sign. But yeah, like they put some papers in my, and I'm like, yo, where's my kids and where's my wife? And they're just like, oh, everything's fine, they're coming. I'm just like, yo, I need to see them now. So I'm signing shit, and I'm just like, yo, is it deep? What, like, does she got to get stitches? They're like, no, it's just gonna be a flesh wound, and it'll disappear as she gets older. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I want to see my kid, and then they roll out, and I'm just locked eyes on them. Wifey's out of commission probably for the next 3 hours because they got her heavy sedated on drugs and whatnot. So I got to rush to the NICU because they go immediately to the NICU because I think that's protocol for preemies. And pretty much I go through that whole shebang. I'm not gonna take y'all through it no more, but I go through that whole ordeal. And pretty much the whole thought of creating it, like I just kept saying, yo, this shit is gonna end up in the song. This shit gonna end up in the song because that's how I am. Like people are weird. Like as an artist, like at that time in my life, when things got really crazy to me, I just start writing. I just start writing what I feel because I'm like, yo, if I don't write, I'm gonna fuck somebody up. So let me direct this energy somewhere else. And I since then I've lost that skill set. I got to gain that back. But yeah, I used to just write my feelings down. That's how I came up with Stay. Like I was fighting with Brenda in a car dealership, telling her not to buy this dumbass car that she bought, but whatever.
That's one of my favorite songs by you, yo.
Yeah, and I'm writing Stay. I'm like,
stay, just a little bit longer. Yes.
Long story short, I'm jotting down the lyrics and shit to Memoirs of Full-Time Father. I'm thinking in my head, like, this shit gonna end up definitely being a song. And my boy Vino, man, thank God for Vino, man. My boy Vino, yo, like, you know, he just kept coming over, man. He was like really heavy on coming over my crib and just getting into the music. Cause we used to work at Publix together with my boy Steph. Shout out Chemo. Y'all know Steph and Nello, but yeah, he on the album twice. He just kept coming to the crib, and he was just like, yo, we gotta bang out some joints, bro. So like, he just like sat down with me, and for the first time, I'm like producing with Vino. Like he's like, yo, tell me what sound you want to hear. And I'm like, I want this. And he's just like belting away. And I'm like producing. I'm like, oh shit. Like, and the words just, I'm like, we make the beat. That's how Lost Souls came about. I'm sorry if I'm long-winded. That's how Lost Souls came about. right here in this room. I record all my albums here in the studio right here, and he's sitting right where I be sitting. I'm standing to right here, and the words are just flowing, and he's making the beat as I'm rapping. So as I'm rapping these lyrics, there's new symbols and different sounds going in this shit, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, yo, this is real, like, and you can feel the emotion. Like, I'm damn near shedding tears as I'm rapping, like, and I ain't the emotional type on that context, just because I'm like, yo, rapping, it ain't never been that deep to me. But now when you rapping about stuff that like mean the most, you start feeling emotions as a, how old am I around? I'm like 26, 27 at that time, trying to write these lyrics, bro. And I'm like, I don't know how to deal with that emotion. And now I do as a man, but Vino was there, bro, and like my dog, you know what I'm saying? Like he helped that shit come together, and then Chizabam blessed it with the back vocals, and Mary D, I love you, man. Shout out to Canada, man. Boop, Canada.
Shout out to Mary D.
Yo, Mary D, blessed it with her vocals, and it became what it became. Hopefully I answered that and it wasn't long drawn out.
You know it was long. Stop playing with us. You know it was long. That's all good though. No, you got it.
No, because if you got the question answered.
Well, no, I just wanted Chizabam's take on, I mean, for him to express, because he's a father too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know what I mean. So I want to get your take on this joint right here that you was on as well.
Yeah. So when I first was presented, when he first presented me with the song, and I opened up the session and I'm listening, it was, you know, it was just deep. You know, it's hitting me because at the time I believe my wife was pregnant, and we had gone through, you know, there was some miscarriages in the past. And so I'm like connecting to this real time. You know, you got to think about I'm an artist myself, I'm producing myself, an engineer, but I'm hearing this track and I'm like really connecting to this because I've experienced losses. Me and my wife, we have experienced losses before. So when I hear the build, shout out to Vino, of course, my man, Vino, the way that it built, when I first heard it, the way that it built, and I'm starting hearing these different sounds, and then I'm starting to hear the drums in certain places, and I'm starting to, like, for me, it was just like a roller coaster ride and of waves and emotion, like an emotional roller coaster. And when I approached it, so I knew when I heard that, I had to add to it, but not like try to overpower, not to do too much in it. Like let it be a work of art that I touch, but I don't just try to paint all over to keep the feeling going, right? And then you know, the connect with Mary D, she came and did her thing, and you can hear like when I heard just the vibes, the level at my voice, you know, I'm not going, you know, crazy vocally, but I'm yeah, you know, stuff like that. It's smooth, you know what I'm saying? And that's just shout out to Cash, man, and shout out to Vino, man. That energy that y'all channeled in the studio on that track, the world can feel that, you know, that sent shockwaves through the universe, and certainly through me. So
my dog.
No doubt. One last go. I'm sorry. Chizabam, how is it and how do you manage doing all that you do? Producing, mixing, mastering, being an artist, doing poetry, being a father. Like, how do you manage all of that? Because, like, you know, sometimes as an artist, just that alone is a lot of work. To write, to do all of that. How do you do all of that? And do you mix and master your own music, or do you get somebody else to do it?
I do my own as well.
Yes, sir.
You know, the thing about it is, as far as like from the music side of things, growing up, like I started, like I always say, I was a DIY musician. As I tell Cash, I was a DIY musician before I knew what a DIY musician was. So like I started, you know, making beats when I was 12 years old on FL Studio 6, right? we used to record on a microphone, like one of those that came with the computer, the little small little finger-like microphone. We had a studio set up with that microphone, and my older brother and them, they would come in, and his friends in high school at the time, I was in middle school, they would come in there, and we'd be on Acid Pro, and I was working the engineering on Acid Pro before I knew that's what engineering was. And so for me, the progression was really natural. And so for me, the work ethic, you know, the work ethic is just something that you have to do. Like growing up, my dad's Nigerian, and you know, so I'm half Nigerian. And growing up, I watched him work. You know, he had before Uber. I always say he was Uber before Uber, right? He had his own company. And just driving at middle of the night, 3 a.m. He get a call. That'll be $70 plus tax and tip. He leave the house, put on his, you know, looking nice and fresh, his suit, he out. So that seeing that type of work ethic for me, it's like I'm supposed to be doing this, right? Being a father, you said, seeing my pops do what he did, I'm supposed to do this. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, like I'm around my kids. Oh, let me try to make time for my kid. I'm supposed to do it. Like there's no me not doing it. I can't fathom that. Right. Like there's no me not mixing this track. I can't fathom. There's no me making this beat. I can't like, so when I think of the work ethic is just honestly God and being thankful to God that he's given me the ability to not take mediocrity or not take excuses. I remember I was in the 7th grade and I heard a saying, I may have been in the 8th grade, and I heard a saying on the intercom one morning. It was our administrator. She said on the intercom, you know how they talk in the morning. She said, excuses are building blocks of failure used to build monuments of nothingness.
Wow. Okay, deep.
Middle school?
Middle school.
That's a lot.
8th grade. Yeah, I'm telling you, 8th grade. And I told my, you know, RIP Mr. Thickpen. He was like one of the administrators too. He was my coach too, basketball. 8th grade, I walked out. It was like lunchtime, and they were talking, him and I think Coach Mr. Holly or one of them. They were in the hallway, and I went up to Mr. Thickpen. RIP just passed away recently. I told Coach Thickpen, I recited it to him. Excuses are tiny building blocks of failure used to build monuments of nothingness. Reciting. He was like, "Well, what? Okay, you remember that joint?" like, yeah. I mean, because you know, I think a lot of times we limit ourselves and we place constrictions on ourselves on what we can't do. And you know, as far as this music, okay, I'm not gonna get that major deal. That's not what it is today. I'm doing my own thing. Once I learn how to learn what it is to do, just do it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Like Nike.
Why you didn't do it? Anything. Nobody cares about why. You can say, "Oh man, I kept trying to do it," but you either do or you don't do a thing. You don't try to do it. Nobody remembers the trying.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. You're right. Or they remember if you didn't finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You always remember that part.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I operate.
So
yes,
we talked about memoirs of a full-time father, and what we're gonna do now is let the world hear a little snippet of this song. All right?
No doubt.
All right, y'all. So we playing that, and listen.
Deep.
Go, yo, but not only that, y'all need to make sure you go cop because it's so much great music on here. So y'all really got to go over to CASHONABLE's website, CASHONABLE.com. We're going to put all of that up there in a minute, but we're going to play a snippet of that for y'all to hear.
Oh yeah, remember the website's ugly. Don't judge me. Just buy the damn album.
Listen, I'm gonna hook you. I gotta connect you with a graphic designer that I deal with that do my website.
Tons of them. I just don't know how to ask for help. Dubby said he got my back, so we gonna figure it out.
All right. All right. So let's get into this joint.
Memoirs of a full-time father.
Yes. Let us know if y'all can hear that in the comments section clearly.
just becoming a father. Made some mistakes so far, but nothing too crazy. They say the pregnancy is high risk. Found blood in the urine, gotta go when I can't go with. Look at my wife and say, you got this. Terrified, about to cry, I can tell that she feels so sick. I let it go, yelling, baby, be strong. Baby, be strong. Gotta keep on holding on. No. See, God know death ain't something new to me. But if he took her now, I don't know what it'll do to me. Got me locked in like a nerd through a computer screen. Feeling like I'm starring in the drama of a movie scene. My knees on the ground and my hell high. Like, Lord, oh, I don't take my wife. I can't take this life. She can't afford that price. Let me pay that fine. Let me pay that fine. Pay that fine. Let me pay that fine. Imagine my sweaty palms as the nurses keeping me calm. Just breathe, Mr. Abel, no reason to be alone. While Otis hitting my phone, said they picking up Brenda Mom. In the back of my head, I'm reciting verses from songs. That surgery 30 minutes, but it felt like a year for them to finish. So hold on, let's be perfectly clear. Man, I was shook, Daddy Maximus, hoping and praying that they ain't mentioning no accidents. I fell back and relaxed. Them babies rolled up out the delivery with the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in my life. And I'm talking literally. The energy shifted me like can't nobody do shit to me. And if you ain't kidding me, better vacate the vicinity. My thinking was cognitive as I was pondering accomplishments. Standing next to Brenda, fading in and out of consciousness. What more could I say or do? Nothing left to prove. Win or lose, it would behoove reduced to not drown these shoes. Midnight cold sweats. Jump up like, where's my son? Second thought, gotta reach for the gun. Gotta stay on point where I'm from.
There y'all have it. We teasing y'all with that, okay? You want the full story, you want to hear the joint, you got to go over to his website, www.cashonable.com. That is CASHONABLE.com, and go cop the full album. It's so much great joints on there by both of them, CASHONABLE and CHIZABAM. CHIZABAM, let me ask you a quick question. Do you, or like as far as beats, do you got those on deck for other artists out there? Like, you know, tell us a little bit about that. Oh, Mason's in the building. What up?
Mason, yeah, family business.
So as far as production, I do have beats available on my website, chizabam.com/beats. But I'm really personal about production. And so I don't do the thing to where I just like put all of my beats online. I have some old beats that I'll, every now and then I'll put online, but I don't do the thing. I'm not the type of producer where I just like put all of my best beats, blood, sweat, and tear beats online to where people can just rip them off and do all of that. So I like to build relationships. If there's going to be an artist to come along and like actually build with and grow with, I'm more so of that type of person because I am a musician myself, right? As well. So, but yeah, I do have beats available. They don't, you know what I'm saying? I do have beats available.
Absolutely.
.com/beats. Go ahead and then cop everything. Go ahead and listen to the all the products and see what you like. You like it.
He one of the coldest.
So if someone wants to get the beat from you, they better get to know you first. So if they want the goods.
I would say, yeah. I mean, we better, or we building, or we in the studio, or you met me through somebody, or something like that, or you contacted me and we connected,
Yes.
Or come through Cook Cabin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want to get some? Hey, pull up the Cook Cabin.
Really?
Hey, at least twice a year you could catch, bro. You understand me?
That's what's up. That is what's up. Cook Cabin, y'all. Like I said, for those, if you just pulling up and you missed it, but y'all know y'all could go back and watch this. But check it. Cook Cabin is dope. It's a bunch of creators that get together twice a year, and they are in there not just cooking up food, but cooking up music, cooking up everything. You got to watch what they do. I love it. It is definitely bringing the art back. Just, I don't know, like back in the days, like, y'all know I'm the young OG, okay? you know, back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Like how we used to get the feel. And this is why CHIZABAM absolutely love you and how you do business, because in order to really get greatness, you got to feel that in the studio. People don't understand that the music, it has to really come from the energy and the feeling. It got to be the mood, got to be right. So when you building with an artist, you know what I mean? And you in that studio, you're going to get the raw deal instead of, okay, I'm going to send it over to you. You're not really, people do it, but you ain't really connecting like you really could, rather than really building with that person in the studio, in the spot, or however y'all do it. So I absolutely love that, you know, that the Cook Cabin, I love how you say, CHIZABAM, how, listen, I want to get to know the artist, because that means a lot. Because when you know the artist, then you kind of learn their style and you can really format a beat to them. And that is so important. People don't understand how important that is. So shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? For real, you the bomb. I had to drop the bomb for you.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Big shout out. And listen, they gave the fire emojis, guys. I want to remind y'all that the second quarter album is out right now on all platforms, but CASHONABLE got it where you name your price. So you go, yes, you go on his website, CASHONABLE.com. Can we put that on the bottom of the screen real quick? CASHONABLE.com. His album is available. If you somebody that love great music, if you love real hip hop, you're going to get that here. He has everything that you want to hear and what you've been missing. Him and CHIZABAM, what you've been missing. Yes, on this album. Great, and not for nothing, just to bring it back. Right? Just to remind y'all, this is a re-release. And the reason that I want to remind y'all about that is because there's something deep into why he re-released it. Like, I respect that. It really inspired me. It had me looking through my shit like, yo, what I need to get rid of over this month?
Hey, yo, Miz, you gangster for real. So if they know you, they
had to go.
You might have to really erase some shit.
Yeah, but you know,
Ray Berry the gangster, man. Ray, you like them gangsters, guys. Ray Berry the gangster. Yo,
no, seriously, guys, it really, really inspired me. And I really felt it. I said, yo, you are a man of your word. You stand on what you believe, because putting that saying, listen, this doesn't match up to what I speak and what I say and what I represent. This song doesn't fit that. So I'm going to remove that, because I don't want to put that out there in the world and put that energy out there if it doesn't represent me the way I want to be represented. That's big. That is big. Artists, think about that. You understand?
That's the message for our kids out here who think that, hey, I can talk this shit and not do it.
Yes.
You know?
Nah, but listen, I want y'all to know that shit is not, excuse my language, that's not an easy decision, because, like, listen, man, all we got is our catalog. So once you establish something, man, you drop songs and people streaming it, like, you don't want to see them damn numbers disappear. Like, that's your equity. Like, let's keep it real. Like, for us who ain't making thousands of dollars a week or whatever from music, our equity is in our stream count. And that's why it's so important for it to be real and for it not to have fake bots, because that stream count tell you where your analytics, it tell you where your real fans is at.
Talk to them.
It's not easy to pull your music from your catalog. Like, I had songs that were gonna drop that, like, I had a song called Act Up with my boy Locke. I had to remove it because I'm like, it's some hoes in the building that I think I might fuck. I'm like, hold up. It's cool because it's just music. I got Icy, which is a dope song with my boy True, but at the end of the day, when I walk in the club, I am not trying to nobody's old. Like, I don't like, and at the end of the day, like, what that say about my earth, you feel me? What that say about my wisdom I got at the crib, you feel me? Like, and I got a daughter, most importantly, and it's just like I'm a man of integrity for real. Like, I don't just be saying that shit. Like, I was raised like that, you know what I mean? Shout out to my brother, you feel me? Like, so like, I stand on what I stand on, and I double down all the time, and it was a hard decision, man. So I don't want people thinking it was just, hey, man, he just pulled the music down. How honorable. No, bro. Like, I lost sleep off that shit. I was like, damn, I got to get rid of certain things. And then I thought some of the homies was going to be upset, you know what I'm saying? Because that's some of they light, you know what I mean? They done gave their life and they stories into this album. And it's like, I'm erasing this shit. And it's like, excuse my language,
Nice.
And it's like I was stuck in the harbor between because I'm like, I don't want the homies to think I'm some type of sellout, whatever. And that matters when they're really your friends, like when they really went to school with these dudes, and like I'm not talking about some random crowd. I'm talking about my peoples, like the people who I go back home and kick it with, like. So like, yeah, it mattered to me, man. So just know it was not an easy task, but when you care, you do what you got to do, fam. And it ain't about what's easy. And usually the hardest road is the best road to take anyway. So it was just one of those things, y'all. And if y'all got music that y'all feel like that about, don't let nobody deter you, bro. Drop that. Get rid of it. You better than it anyway. And anyway, they really using lyrics against people. Like, really, you listen, it ain't just the famous. There's a lot of indictments going around here, and they ain't famous people, so you're not hearing about them. Like, don't be stupid.
Yeah, especially down the ATL. They going crazy after the rappers down there.
Real talk. And rest in peace, Cisco, man. Rest in peace, DJ Cisco.
Yes.
Cisco told me, bro. Cisco said, yo, Cash, these niggas, he said, yo, he told me in 2019, he said, Cash, I know you love them. I know you love your homies. I know you from where you from, but listen to me, bro. The hip hop police is the gang unit, cuz them not regular police anymore. And he used to be an officer. So he's telling me from personal experience, like, listen, they are watching. They are paying attention. They got names on boards. It don't matter if you're famous or not. They want you to get famous because it makes them look even better when they grab your ass. So don't just think because they not knocking on your door today, they not gonna come knock on your door tomorrow. Like, you feel me? And we used to feed the homeless, and Cisco was a big part of me changing my image and letting people know that I stand on something and I care about something. And bro would make sure when we did Project Unity, we would go feed the homeless before every time. And you know, rest in peace. We lost him in COVID, man. You know what I'm saying? And that shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Alina. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Sammy. You feel me? Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, long story short, bro, it's no joke, bro. Like, you gotta stand on what you stand on. And if a nigga don't care, then whatever. Like, you gotta care about your life more than another person care about you.
That's a whole fact. And you know, and not to know how we met.
Yeah, like, stand what you say. You know what I mean? And I see somebody say something about Gunna. Like, I don't know nothing about that shit. Like, I ain't put on nobody. like music. Like, I removed the music. You feel me? Like,
don't put me in.
No, not at all.
But we definitely want to remember and always keep remembering. Y'all know I do it all the time on the show. DJ Cisco, we lost him, and he is how me and CASHONABLE met. You know what I mean? I seen Cash perform in Manhattan. You know what I mean? So he came all the way from Atlanta doing this thing, tore it down. You know, so
the whole crew.
What? Oh my God, we was like, what? You listen. Y'all seen a Busta Rhymes concert? If those are the best, well, Cash, he fall into that. Okay, he had that place jumping. I want to shout out because I don't know if I did Tanya on the check-in, and Tanya, there's two Tanyas in the building, and Jake. I think that's y'all people. Big up to him, Jake on the check-in. UNG radio station, Big Homie Madman. If you still here, I want you to connect with them. It would be great for you to bring them on your show over there on the West Coast. Y'all listen, because Big Homie Madman definitely represents the people. He is out in them streets over there in LA. He putting in work for the kids, for the community. He also be feeding the people. They be giving out haircuts. Listen, this brother is out there putting in work, and he's for the people, for the artists and everything. So I want to, if you still there, Big Homie Madman, I want to connect. Yes, he said, let's make it happen. I want to connect y'all with him. Just keep building again. Yeah, as you see, Big Homie Madman, I know you've been in here. These brothers are the truth. They stand on, morals, and it's over morals over money. That's what I'm gonna call that. Right. Because to pull that down and to know that, damn, I gotta take this back, and there's other people involved, this, that, and the third, the numbers, and to say, but my morals mean more. It's so much. Man, listen, y'all better go get that album just off of that. All right.
Another thing, y'all. Another thing. Let's be clear. They purposely make the music the volatile shit. They purposely make that take off. So you're not making a mistake. Like, yes, you're getting. I'm telling you to pull down the popular shit that's gonna get you streamed, because it's gonna get you streamed and it's gonna stream your ass right in jail too. So pick your choice. Like, you want that money now, or you want to create something that's gonna last a lifetime, and that actually ain't responsible for taking lives out here. And I know that shit sound corny because, I mean, it is what it is, but
It don't sound corny, yo. You know who that sounds corny? It sounds corny to them dumb motherfuckers, yo. Excuse my language, but it is. Only you. What you're saying is the real shit, yo. That you're not saying nothing corny. That
real.
These people are purposely putting that out there so that we could think that it's okay killing ourselves.
Yeah, they want you to crash out.
Yeah, basically. Let's take that long walk to where they, because they purposely make sure they arrest you and put you in front of everybody.
Yep.
It's an industrial complex.
Yep. And they want everybody to see you, and then they wait for the next guy right up next. So your song. Oh, you're telling on yourself too. Bring it on.
And I was school to prison pipeline. I literally was in that, so I could speak to that aspect of it too. Like that shit real, bro. Like they setting us up from middle school, elementary school. They already got it figured out from the moment you step in school where you gonna end up when you graduate. So
not for nothing, Cash. You said some facts. I'm gonna tell you what I saw that they had me fucked up. If you look at the school bus is the same exact bus they use for the prisons when they take you. It's the exact same bus. I seen that.
The child line. The way that they make you file in line in school is the same way they're doing the child lines in prison. You feel me? So I'm saying, yeah, we could get deep, but Miz, we be on the phone.
I know. I told her we on the phone.
We better chill out. We better chill out talking like this.
Yo, listen, listen, I always say Cash is my little big brother, right? Yeah. Like I love being on the phone. Of course, I'm older than Cash, right? But what I love is that when talking to people who are younger than me, a lot of people think because you're older that you know everything. You don't. And sometimes you need to listen because you can learn a lot from other people. Some people just want to be always the one talking, but if you just be quiet and listen, you can learn a lot. And you always have a lot of value to share. And this is why I respect you so much. And I just like what you stand on. I think it's so important. Big homie Madman, I see you sharing this up. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
Let me say something real quick, all right? And I don't mean no disrespect when I say what you're saying ain't corny, because you know what? I'm saying to you, as a brother, you a man, you a man with a wife and kids, and you know what you say. You saying, hey, some real stuff. And some of these guys out here with wife and kids need to hear that. And someone who will eventually will have a wife and kid need to hear that,
That's a fact. Big shout out to Demo Wet on the check-in. Demo Wet, you gotta get with them. Demo Wet did Hate Me Now for Nas and a lot of stuff for Jay-Z, Alicia Keys. So he did a lot of stuff. Y'all definitely need to connect with him too. Demo Wet, you gotta get with him. I'm trying to tell you. What was I gonna say? Y'all know me. Here I go. Here go the old setting it.
Nah, you good.
Yo, Cash, you know me. I be like, yo, I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Crazy.
Yo, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
I don't remember, but let's put up their social medias, okay? Because I want you guys to follow them on their platform so you can also stay connected what they got going on. Excuse me. So we got who you going with?
Yeah, CookCabinATL.com.
All right.
That's COOK. Excuse me. Let me do it over. CookCabinATL.com. That's cookcabin.com.
And listen, if you're a creator, you definitely wanna reach out to them. I'm sure that
Yeah, I'm not type in, man. We me and Dubby personally do the submission list and we listen to the songs. Listen, we are human, yo. It's two of us. We are not a conglomerate yet. We not rich. This is real life, and it's only two of us, and it takes time for us to get to those submissions. So please don't think we're trying to play y'all. We gonna get to it, and to just be honest, we're looking for people who are putting their all into it. So if it doesn't meet the criteria this year, it doesn't mean you can't make it. We do it twice a year. If you don't make the first one, do it again, bro, because it's worth it. CHIZABAM will tell you firsthand. So
100%.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna do my roll call at the end. You know how I do, Miz. I'm shouting out the whole.
So what we got next? We got
CashOnable's Linktree, where all his social media is at. His all his links to his music.
Oh, matter of fact, I gotta get y'all something. Remind me after the show, the 10K card. I gotta get that for them. That's what we give every guest that come on. We
got CHIZABAM's Instagram. It's Instagram. You got to do Instagram.com/CHIZABAM.
Right.
And that's the same on Facebook and Twitter. and YouTube. It's all the same.
And don't forget, because they'll tell you there's TikTok, because I be seeing you on there on TikTok now. Stop playing.
CHIZABAM be killing TikTok, man. Listen, y'all. I've been like, man, fuck TikTok, fuck TikTok. CHIZABAM like, Cash, you tripping. So look, I'm gonna end up on TikTok sooner than later, y'all. Trust me.
We know about it, but listen, we use it. You know, you got to use what you can to promote. But I remember one time you had this something had me rolling. It was like you're a producer and they just wanted to rap any kind of way on your beat or something like that. That had me cracking up, yo.
Oh, don't forget CHIZABAM.com.
Say anything.
Chiz. Don't forget your website.
Yes, you got that up there, man.
You might have forgot, but it's www.chizabam.com.
CHIZABAM.com. Yeah, we got everything you need on there.
Okay, tell them what's on there. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So on there is you could join my mailing list. I send out emails periodically. You can also contact me on there. It's like my direct business line. The bio on there as well. And I'm also in the process. If you go to chizabam.com/SNL Music Group, or you can go snlmusicgroup.com. This is my labels, my company. We're also in the process of developing a course and courses for independent musicians so that at affordable rates so that they can just know about the business. I also have if you go to snlmusicgroup.com, I also have a PDF book that I created, which shows independent artists step by step how to register their music. So if you don't know anything about, let's say this person doesn't know anything about music and wanting to release music in the modern age, I have a PDF book for you, SNL Music Group has created, to where you, step by step, you can learn how to register your music. So
what's that called?
Free of charge.
There you go.
Wow.
Guys. There you go.
Y'all see that? Man, listen, we need to read this off because we do upload this to just audio. So let's read off his websites. Okay, so for the first one, CHIZABAM is www.chizabam.com. Make sure y'all head over. It's a lot. He just told y'all everything he's offering there. So y'all definitely want to check him out there. And also the next website is snlmusicgroup.com. That's both of his websites. And he's offering a lot of value there and giving away things to help you better yourself. So you do not want to pass that up. Make sure y'all check him out. Subscribe to both of their websites. CASHONABLE. Okay, I'll say that again. That's CASHONABLE.com. He has a lot of stuff on there too. Merchandise. He has music.
Hold up. No, I don't. Listen. We working on it. The merch is still there. Listen,
it's still there?
Okay. But I'm revamping it with different logos and all that. So listen, I told y'all the website ugly right now.
Oh, okay.
Go buy the album and come check the website like a couple months, and it's gonna be fine.
Okay,
right?
and then you'll put it back on.
Yeah, but it's up. Y'all can buy the music, y'all can check, but please don't judge it. You know, I'm trying to figure it out, man.
Listen, the music is great. So I mean, if they go in there and they understand for that, I would say, guys, go there first. This is, if you're really about supporting businesses, supporting Black businesses, supporting artists. If you're complaining about what's on the radio today and you want great music, well, here you have it here today. You can get it right now. The second quarter from CASHONABLE and CHIZABAM is on there. So you don't have to be searching for something when what you need is right here, right now. If you really about what you say you're about, go there and support and go get that album because it's there and it's available. I know that people stream, but you got to understand when you stream, it's okay. Streaming is cool at some point, but you got to remember streaming does take away the wealth from the artist sometimes, and other people get paid off of it, right? So we using their platforms, it's understandable. But sometimes you really got to say, okay, I'm going to put my money here because I really believe in this, or I respect what this person is doing, and I love the music. So I'm going to go here and pay for the album. And not for nothing, he said, name your price, whatever you think is worth.
Yeah, it's name your price for a reason. Because look, here's my perspective, right? First of all, I'm not gonna act like I'm like the super original. I got that from Nip, Mr. Proud to Pay himself. Rest in peace, right?
Okay.
Like, my whole and La Russell's out here doing his thing with it too. My whole thing is like this: it's up for streaming, so you can go hear it for whatever now. Like, you don't gotta pay to go hear it. But my thing is, after you hear it, if you feel something, if it connects with you, and you feel like it's a good body of work, then you have an opportunity to come support me and what I got going on by going on the website and purchasing the album, and most importantly, naming your price. It's not for me to tell you what it's valued at to you. I know it's priceless to me, but just know that, you know, I'm giving you an opportunity to tell me how valuable it is to you. So, you know, that's all. Like, if you want to support, that's how you can support me straight up. And I appreciate you.
Love it, love it, love it. We appreciate y'all so much. So we thank y'all for coming on. We want y'all first to before y'all get to your shout outs. I know Cash got a long list over there. Chizabam, how long is your list? Is it as long as his?
It's quick time. He cash a little bit. He be, you know.
Yo, bro, I'm finna get the whole squad, so you can just, you know what I'm saying? Just know they gonna get it today. Everybody get a follow.
He's shouting the neighbors out. You know what I'm saying? People around next door.
Nobody. That's what's up. You know what? Do your shout outs first, and then I want y'all to give us advice. One last word coming from you on the advice that you would give to someone that is trying to get in the industry that you are already in.
Okay.
But shout outs first. Shout outs first.
First, I want to shout out my man Beware, Dr. Rudolph Ware, one half of Slum Prophecy. I also belong to, I didn't mention this, I also belong to a rap duo called Slum Prophecy. And where we just make nothing but, you know, dope joints. You know what I'm saying? That connection was crazy. And we've done collaborations with Wise Intelligent, Akil the MC, Mike Rook, Selwa, Basha, and a bunch of different artists, just dope artists all together, and a lot more to come. And we're actually working on an album right now that will be dropping in March. Just coming to the culmination of that album, finishing up the mix and the mastering of everything, and that'll be out. So shout out to Beware. Shout out to my man Mox Makade and Jai. He's the co-founder of Lion Speaks, and really me and him have been building for years, and we just developed this Lion Speaks poetry platform to be a safe haven for marginalized communities and, you know, people from the inner city whose voices are often vilified and whose voices are often, you know, just marginalized altogether. So we created a platform to where you could just come, you know, people can come out. And we did our second one on last Thursday night. We had a nice turnout, and people just come out on stage and, you know, spill your heart out. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to, you know, it's just love and appreciation. So shout out to Lion Speaks. You can follow us at Lion Speaks Poetry. You know, and those are the two right there. Shout out to Sensu, my man. We just shot a video. My boy, shout out to Atmosphere Productions. Mine probably a bit long too, so I'm just gonna cut it right now.
Do you?
Don't let them shame you. Shout out to people like
shout out to Wifey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the Almighty, you know, the Almighty God, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't be anything without him. So that's
right. Amen. What's up, Mom? What's up, Mom? The check-in. Sorry, go ahead. That my mom's.
Shout out to Mom and check-in. Shout out to Mr. Chemotherapeutic. That's at Chemotherapeutic. That's Stefanello. Shout out SR Gent. That's LTP Business. You feel me? Shout out W Got Bars, man. That's my partner in crime right there, man. Shout out to Truant, my boy Junior Charles, Charles Infamous. Listen, if I say the name, just at that name. All right. If it's a little bit weird, you'll figure it out once you start figuring it out on Instagram and Twitter or whatever. So just put at and then the name. We got Trevi, man. Shout out to Aura Forever, man. Big shout out to them, man. You're gonna see a lot of collaborations with Cook Cabin and Aura Forever. And Sam, love you. Always gonna shout you out. She runs Volumes Hip Hop, which is another huge music platform. It's relatively huge in Athens. You know, they got Athens on lock when it comes to hip hop. You want hip hop and you come to Georgia and you love UGA and you a Bulldog, you need to be with Volumes Hip Hop. Sam will take care of y'all. You feel me? Got to shout out Larimar Media. Got to shout out Pass My Cup, my boy Kenny. That's a brew company. Is Hip and Hoppin'. Is it forgive me, Kenny? Hip and Hoppin' Brewery. These are all companies and people I do business with and I work with. My boy Ray, you know what I'm saying? He my guitarist and he got Windy Hill Coffee. Got to shout that out. This ain't ghetto, y'all. I ain't naming everybody. I'm naming like the important people, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm gonna forget names, but shout out the children, man. Shout out Take 228. Shout out Grip. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, Stray Anthony. You know what I mean? Long Live Smooth. Shout out Joey. Joey Costello. You got K Nels. You got 2IS. Oh my God, the click is so deep. What should I do? Shout out Rella Jamu. Shout out everybody who's a part of what I got going on. Listen, man, CASHONABLE, Cook Cabin, SNL, LTP, we coming strong this year. We rocking with any independent artist that's rocking with us. We not looking for validation from nobody. We standing on what we standing on, and we do good business. If y'all know anybody out there looking to sponsor something dope and want to be a part of something creative, come holla at your boy. I told you, we ain't gonna be in your videos. We ain't gonna be doing all the extraness. We here to put you on. You feel me? I could keep going, and I know I forgot some mad important stuff, but yo, shout out my kids, shout out my wifey. Y'all know what it is, man. Everybody, man, and rest in peace, Cisco, man. We love you and we miss you, my dog. And let's get to the other segment. Whoever I forgot, forgive me, bro. Like it's a lot of people. I miss some important people, but please don't kill me.
Yeah. You know what I do? Here's my advice that I always tell people. Yeah, I do. Right before an interview, I keep like a piece of paper and I have that same paper. I write key points that I want to make sure that I touch on and the people that I want to make sure I shout out. Because I forget. It is hard to remember everything, right?
Teacup. Shout out to Teacup.
Teacup. All right. Yep.
Teacup, man. Spill the tea. DJ Prez. Tap House Jumping. Yeah, I almost forgot them people, man. Shout out my people, man. Sorry.
All right. No, it's cool. That was just a little something I wanted to say because it is helpful so you don't feel like, damn, I forgot. Write it down. Yeah. So, all right. So, Chizabam, we're going to start with you first. What advice would you give to anyone that is coming up and looking to get into all that you do from producing, mixing, being an engineer, mastering, being an artist, doing poetry? You do a lot. So what would you say to anybody that's getting in that lane?
I would say to follow your heart in a sense of your morality and stand on your principles first, and don't look to others to validate you. Lead with that in mind. And with that in mind, don't look for really others to be. A lot of people look for, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I want the major deal. I want this. Appreciate your journey. Read. You might love music. We all love the feeling of art. We love being in our zone. Read. Don't be afraid to look at a paper. Don't be afraid to. We have the most resources ever. You have AI today with the chat GPTs. You have, you got books, you got libraries, you got Amazon. We got all of this information. Learn what publishing is. Learn what sync licensing is. Learn these things and you will learn how to make money from your music. Don't think that you have to be signed to a major record label to be making money and bringing money in the same way somebody works a job, to be bringing in that or more for your family. Don't think you have to be signed to a major record label to do that. And so my main things are read, Ask questions, learn, and don't just be blindly following people. You might look at other people's situations, okay, but not everybody. You have your own DNA. God gave you your own purpose, your own story. So you can take gems from everybody, but wisdom is knowing how to apply knowledge that you learn and understanding that your situation is unique to you. So this is the advice that I'd have for artists. Walk your own journey and appreciate that journey. Be patient and be resilient and keep honing your craft.
I love it. Beautiful. Listen.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
That is a good one.
That's a gem right there.
It sure is. Oh my God, absolutely. Cash, on you now. What would you tell someone coming up in your lane as a father, you know, as an artist, as a songwriter, all of that? What would you say? What advice would you give?
I definitely would piggyback to start off at CHIZABAM, man, which pretty much to me sums up trust your own process. Like y'all gonna see that a lot in this journey. And I'm speaking to those that's already on the journey and those who are thinking about it. You're gonna have to trust your own process. And that's leaning on whatever religious belief you got, having faith, believing in whatever this journey is not for the faithless. I'm gonna tell you this straight up, because the money don't come like y'all like, bro, you better love this. Like, if you don't love this game, I'm gonna tell you straight up. All right, I don't care if you have $100,000 in your pocket. If you're not willing to do this music thing for free, don't do it. That's my first and foremost advice. Know why you doing this. If you're a father already and you got responsibilities and you got things you got to do, take care of that first, because this game is gonna need some undivided attention that you can't split with nothing else. You're gonna have to choose the gig over the job. You know, your job is going to expect you to be at work at 7 a.m. and you're going to have to be at an event till 5 in the morning, maybe, depending on what type of janky event that you got to go to and how long it takes for them to get your to call you on stage that night. Like, This is a commitment. This is for comedians. This is for whoever is a gigster, whoever who's out here doing their independent thing. Like, this is a commitment. This is not for the faint of heart. It is not sweet out here. People lose their cars. People get kicked out of houses chasing this dream because it's what they believe in and they meant to be here. Know if you're supposed to be here, because there's a lot of people taking up space in this game that don't need to be here. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing I would have to say is trust your heart when you're doing things, man, and don't do nothing from a malicious intent. Make sure that you're intentful with all your decisions. Please don't be scared to ask questions. Reach out to people. It's okay to be vulnerable. Know how and where to be vulnerable, but it is okay to be vulnerable and to ask for help, because, you know, the person who knows everything can learn nothing. You feel me? And if they say if there's any one thing a man knows, that he knows nothing, right? So ask questions. And you feel what I'm saying? Honestly, the game is so crazy. Like, with the information that they got out here, please just do some research. And honestly, if you just want to deal and you want to be lit, understand that you sacrificing money for fame. There's a difference. Another thing is you got to make this, you got to know what you want before you coming in this game. Is it fame or is it money? Because fame going to come with a lot of clout. It's going to come with the verified blue check, or now Twitter got the gold check. Excuse me. It's going to come with gold check. It's going to come with everybody calling you the man. It's gonna come, but yo, bro, what you got to sacrifice to obtain that without money. Let's get this straight. There are people who are making money out there, but the average person that's busting their butt for the clout ain't making $1. So don't get it twisted. Fame and riches don't coincide always. You know, there's a lot of sacrificing the money just to become famous, which to me is redundant, because I need to survive. I got bills to pay. So although I do it for the art, I DoorDash. Let's keep it real. I DoorDash on the side, and now I'm an Uber driver again. You feel what I'm saying? But I have a job. Me and CHIZABAM talk about it all the time. Like, CHIZABAM is a tech person. Thank God he got a job that can pay bills. Like, but he's gonna get a deeper certification. Why? Because he has to feed his family, bro. Do not believe. You listen. You can be a starving artist, but bro, you can't starve when you got a family. Like, they didn't agree to that. They did not agree to that. Listen, your dream is your dream, but when you married and you got kids, understand that they come first in priority. And the only way you're gonna even succeed at this music shit if they backing you, because everybody else is soulless and they empty and they don't got nothing to offer you. This game is real. And if you really want to stand on it, you will set yourself up before you walk into this. You will make sure that you have your ducks in a row. You know what publishing is. You know what Sound Exchange is. You know what Nielsen Luminate now. You need to know what that is. You know what Media Base is. Obviously, you know what a PRO is. I'm using acronyms because you should know what this shit mean. And if not, Google it, man.
Yeah.
Performance rights organization. You feel me? You should know what a admin publisher is. Songtrust.com. Everyone's gonna say it, but do you know what it means? It's the person that makes sure that overseas you get you collecting the money that's getting paid over there. Yeah. And that's what you need Sound Exchange for as well. You understand? For some people who are really serious about it, you even go to www.copyright.gov and copyright all your music. It's $62 if I'm not mistaken per catalog. A catalog is a unit. So if you're putting out a single, that's a catalog. If you're putting out an album, that's a catalog. So you could take 15 songs and get them copywritten for $65, or you can do one single and it's going to cost $65 for the copyright. But that's how you protect yourself when you end up in court and you say, hey, Your Honor, I got my paper, and they say case adjourned. You understand? Like, you got to know all of that. Excuse my inflictions because I get passionate. You got to know all of that if you're gonna come in this game, because you're not finna get famous unless you gotta have some real listen, you to each his own. You'll learn as you're going, but if you coming in this game, please know what you stand on, know what you represent. You feel what I'm saying? Know who you're representing. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve two masters in this game. Pick and choose your lane, for real. You either on that side or you over here with the righteous. You can get to the destination. It's all on how your route is. Trust me, the scenic route is not so cute. So take the longer one. You feel me? Don't take the beautiful way. Take the ugly shit. Take the longer way. It's gonna last longer. It's not what you got, what you keep. You heard? And I mean, that's pretty much what I would give to an artist. And other than that, man, know how to pay your bills and don't depend on nobody, because don't nobody owe you nothing. Even your best friend who loves you and tells you that they love your music, they got bills to pay too. So no, they're not going to stream all your shit 24/7. No, they're not going to be able to pull up to all your shows because they got work tomorrow morning. They can't. No, you're going to be in them shows by yourself with nobody in the crowd. Don't say don't nobody love you. Don't say don't nobody got your back. Just understand that people got their life to live too. And if this is really a journey, you proud enough to do it. You gonna go out there, yo. We rap. Trust me. That's our agenda. Tell you, we done had plenty of shows. We ain't tell nobody was performing. Either we was too embarrassed to be seen performing, or we just was tired and we didn't want the letdowns. We didn't want to hear all of that. And honestly, we were here to do it for ourselves. We're here because we got to get better. We at this open mic, you got to pay to go to because we want to know how it feels to perform in front of people. That ain't nobody's commitment but your own. And if you're not willing to understand that, this is not for you. You're going to fail, bro. And you're going to fail quicker because now they got AI that can replace you. So understand, this is a real game. You feel me? And if you're going to play it right and align yourself with like-minded brothers and sisters and stay away from the fluff and get your coin the legal right way, and it's gonna happen for you, you know, just like it's happening for CHIZABAM, just like it's happening for me, just like it's happening from the ground up productions. None of this shit was overnight or made in, you know, Rome wasn't built in 7 days or whatever they said, whatever, you know, I don't even know what you know what I'm saying. Rome wasn't built in 1 day, you heard? So just, you know, take your time, enjoy your process. And this shit may take 15 years for you to even make 100,000. Are you okay with that? If not, get out the way. Because we okay with it, because we've been doing this shit 10 years plus. So, you know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I mean, I ain't got nothing else for him.
Well, listen.
You said a mouthful, y'all.
Listen, but y'all gave some good, y'all dropped some good gems. And I'm so glad because listen, just that part alone that y'all just did it's going to be so beneficial to somebody who don't know, because there are a lot of people out here who do not know a lot of the stuff that y'all both was talking about. And it's so much bigger, you're right, than the music. And just me even being an artist sometimes, right? I'm a part-time artist. I ain't gonna lie. But here's the deal. I'm just being honest. The thing is, nobody don't owe us anything. It's our dream to make whatever it is that we want to come true. And it's up to us. We can, and a lot of times we get frustrated and saying all the stuff. I know I've been there, but at the end of the day, you're right. No one owes us nothing because it's our dream. We have to make it come true. Point blank. I love what y'all gave tonight. I want to thank y'all both for coming on the show and dropping the jewels that y'all did, sharing your music with us because we appreciate it and we love it. We love what y'all stand on. Again, the morals, over everything else means a lot. UNG, he said I dropped the mic on that. That's right. Again, I'm gonna connect y'all. Y'all let me know. Either I could send
yeah, you know how to do it.
Yeah,
no,
social
you don't even
media.
need my permission. However you feel like doing it, do it. You got it.
All right, cool. So I want to do that for both of y'all. Connect y'all because in the same lane, good brothers. And I like to connect people like that.
Forgot. Shout out to Mighty, my dog. I almost forgot you, boy. I couldn't forget you, man. Shout out at Mighty Productions because he be doing a lot of my visual guys. I got a lot of visual coming. Shout out to Mighty. Shout out to W. LTP Films. Don't get it twisted. We in the building. My boy SR Gent went crazy. We got our own production team. We got it all now. You heard? It's coming. Yes. The visuals are coming. The videos for all of the past albums that you didn't get visuals for, they're coming. I haven't forgot ADHD. I haven't forgot Stay. I'm coming. Y'all just be patient with me, please. We building, we learning how to run an empire over here. You heard?
That's what it's about. That's what it's about.
It takes time. It really do take time.
And we can't wait till y'all drop that joint because we're gonna be here waiting. So I cannot wait.
Album also dropping. Sorry, my fault. Cook Cabin album dropping in March. My fault. March 17th.
Okay. Yeah. Let us know. Let us know. Definitely. Guys, if you tune in right now and you haven't, make sure you hit that like button wherever you are, wherever you're watching from. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us as well on social media. Don't forget, go over to the website, cop that album now. Second quarter is out. You could get it from CASHONABLE's website or you can stream it. Go to the website first if you could. Definitely do that. Name your price. Don't forget to follow both of them. CHIZABAM is on all social medias and it's CHIZABAM everywhere. And you can follow CASHONABLE and CASHONABLE, his company, Hella Spit, right? Because I put Hella Spit, Miz.
The click. So when we was in high school, we had to click Hella Spit, man. Shout out Steph. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Gutter Tarantino. You feel me? We had Hella Spit, and I always told them, I said, yo, one day we got to make this a company. And I turned it into an LLC. So when y'all see Hella Spit, that's my company. Y'all going to see a lot more of that.
When I try to tag you, I can't, when I try to put CASHONABLE, it won't come up your name. Hella Spit only comes up.
Because that's my Facebook. So if you're on Facebook and you look me up outside of my personal page, my music page is Hella Spit. You know what I mean? Like if anybody knows me, I'm community. So before I ever put my name, if there's a click name to put up there, I'll put the click name first all the time, just because you see more people. And it was supposed to be a group thing, and it just became me running with it. So I just kept the name. Also, there may be an issue on my website per something somebody just told me. So if y'all have any issues finding the links or anything on my website, please forgive me. I will be getting them back up if they're not there. Just be patient with me, man. I'm learning this thing. I'll be deleting shit by accident all the time, man. I run my own website, y'all. I don't be knowing what I'm doing. So
it's all good. You learn it. And then listen, you gotta find it down. And you want to stream it, if there is an issue and you want to stream it and post it and tag him. Post him, tag him and tag CHIZABAM as well. You know what I mean? Tag him, post that joint, tell him which one was your favorite song. You know what I mean? And all of that. That's how you connect with the artist and the producer and the whole 9 yards. Did you have something to say?
Yeah, you can't tell, Mama. I talk too damn much. I'm sorry. There was one more thing I wanted for the artist. Listen, I've been learning to listen to podcasts, y'all. Like, you don't always just gotta listen to music. Sometimes you gotta remove these frequencies out of your head and you gotta just soak up knowledge. So there's a few podcasts that I listen to. If y'all want to jot them down, is Get the Cheat Code. Wendy Day, who owns Rap Coalition, she runs an insane podcast with another dude by the name of Ferrari Simmons. And then his Kingpin, who's a rap juggernaut on Instagram. They run a phenomenal podcast for indie artists like us who just feel like quitting sometimes and don't know where to go. They're going to curse at you. They're going to yell at you because honestly, this is the music business and we shouldn't even be here. It's the only game where the amateurs are professionals. I don't know why they did this to us, but they tricked us and we in here playing, not even knowing the rules to it, but they will get you straight. You can go to DIY Musician Podcast. That's a CD Baby run podcast. CD Baby, the distribution company, runs this podcast, and you know they put you on to different festivals you can go to because they, you know, they report live from conferences.
Yeah, I do be saying that. I get those emails too.
Yeah, tune in. I've learned so much about this game. Yo, this industry changes every couple months. Not even every year. It changes every couple months, man. And you got to get the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Music Money Makeovers, another podcast / YouTube that I learned about my publishing rights and everything from that you can go to. There's a lot, man. Chizabam got gems for you. Follow Chizabam. Dorian Group 82, I think is the name of it. He's another one that y'all probably see. Y'all got to follow Real Small Podcast because these people know. These people know, and they're giving gems, bro. And a lot of the shit they can't say in public, they're giving it up on their podcast. So, you know, tune in. So, okay. I'm sorry, I'm long-winded again. Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's all right. All right, y'all. So listen, again, thank y'all for coming on. Keep us posted with what you got going on. Guys, make sure y'all are following them. Make sure you are tuning in. And you are, if you cop the joint, if you streaming and you listen, whatever you like, make sure you tag them. Again, I want to thank y'all for coming on. Y'all know we're going to quickly do tea of the week and then we're going to shut it down. But we thank y'all. And look, we hope to see y'all back again. Y'all know y'all family to the show. So definitely always could come back on and chop it up with us to promote whatever y'all have going on. And keep being great and keep doing great things. All right?
Thank you. And my new album coming soon. It'll come this year. It's coming in the wintertime, man. W. You already know what's up, man. Me and my boy W created a whole new masterpiece. I got my next solo's coming, man. Y'all just be patient, man.
All right, y'all. So thank y'all once again, and we will see y'all hopefully soon, but keep doing your thing. We appreciate y'all for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
Man, you know, be real, man.
All right,
you know
this here snippet of
you know,
the
hold a nigga down, man, on every level.
Put in work on the boulevard.
Hey.
Work on the boulevard. Stays on the boulevard. It always rains on the boulevard. Baby, stop on the boulevard.
Stay tuned.
Live on the boulevard. Reap what you sow. Reap what you sow. Please don't lose your soul.
Yo, why you gotta let us be up on the block so much? Cause we solidify them corners in our pot so good. My homie shooting at pedestrians.
Yeah.
And if you popping at the family, then we all gonna shoot. If you being disloyal, watch that payday stop. I got shorty texting me like I'm JJ.
That's another one of them joints. That's another one of them joints off of CASHONABLE's album, Second Quarter. Make sure y'all go check that out. You could go to his website or you could stream it. Listen, like I told y'all before, a lot of great songs on there featuring Chizabam, who is the producer. And listen, he does so much more. Listen, he's out there doing this thing. And I really just love, and I love hearing them talk because it's so inspiring. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the reason that I say that is because when you look on social media and you look at everything that they put out there, you see nothing but negativity and things like that. That stuff is driving people crazy. Okay. When you look at people, you're like, what the hell is going on? So it's refreshing when you see brothers on here that's really doing their thing, really care about the art, but not only that, but dropping gems and helping people and giving a great message, something that we need so we could be in a better state of mind. I absolutely love it. Don't forget to follow them both on their social media platforms. So guys, listen, we're going to get into, and we ain't staying long because y'all know we've been on here for a minute. So we're going to get into tea of the week, and we only got a few things to chop it up with y'all about, and then we're going to get up out of here. So let's get into tea of the week. From the Ground Up Productions presents Tea of the Week.
Tea of the week.
Y'all know what it is. Tea of the week. Ray is going to tell y'all all of it, and I'm just going to be over here ad-libbing in the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dancing in the video. I'll be over here, but we just some of the things that's going on. We're not sure if y'all heard about. We're going to tell y'all, and then we're going to get up out of here. So what we got?
First is Kodak Black is in the news again. He got an arrest warrant issued for him in Florida. So,
so I don't know, like Kodak Black. Wasn't he arrested before? Didn't he have some issues
Donald Trump
before?
got him off. Yeah, if I remember right, Donald Trump gave him
that was him?
Yeah, a pardon. I believe it may have been, and I know they were talking about giving him one. I don't remember if it was, but let me see what he was. He violated for a pre-trial release. You know what? They look for any reason to violate you.
Yeah, and that's why I see that, like Cash said, you better pick a side. What side you want to be on? Because I don't know.
Oh, yeah, he was. He had a 3-year federal prison sentence that was commuted by Donald Trump.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So okay, and energy and honesty. Yes. So
next one, and this is news that I know a lot of us are glad to hear. Nipsey Hussle's killer, Eric Holder, right here. He's looking at 60 years in jail. He was sentenced to 60 years to life in prison for killing Nipsey Hussle.
60 years. Yeah. You know what's so messed up? Thank you, Tanya. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. It's such a shame, right? And this is what I'm saying. Like, people, we get out there, we march when certain things happen. We really gotta be fighting against, the crime that happened within our community, because just to see that and knowing that Nipsey Hussle was trying. Nobody's saying he was an angel. We know, listen, ain't nobody on this earth is perfect. But what we do know is that a lot of people were saying is that he was really trying to give back and help the businesses. He knew how to bring both gangs together on each side, and they all respected that. So that's somebody that knew how to bring the peace the best way that he could. You know what I mean? So, everybody has some type of good quality in them, and he did. And it's such a shame that happened. Yeah. And there's so many, I don't want to speculate stories because you don't really know other stuff, but there's so many other stories out there where it's like why they did it and this and that. And maybe he was supposed to buy that and they wanted to get him out the picture, so he didn't own all of that. I don't know how true that is, but the point is that guy,
Eric Holder is his name.
Eric Holder, it's a damn shame. He
killed the community, because that's Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was a community. He was doing a community things.
Absolutely. What else we got?
This one is I don't even know what.
What? You brought it up and then took it back.
Oh yeah, Nelly and Ashanti are supposedly dating again, and you know what?
Rumor has it. Okay, allegedly, we don't know for sure.
That's why I used to say the word supposedly, because you know what people were saying? They had on the same chain while they was video chatting with each other. So all of a sudden, that they got to be. People look for.
Listen, if they are, then kudos to them. Like, I think that they make a cute couple. Don't y'all think? Put the picture back up there. Do you guys think that they make a cute couple? I do. I think that they kind of make a cute couple.
They all right.
Yo, you sound like a hater. They probably saying that about us. They look at that Miz, they think they all right. Look at Miz and the Salad Assassin. They all right. I can't take it. What else we got?
This one, sad news.
Oh boy, more.
Yeah. The cop who killed, if anybody heard about, let me make sure I get the town right. It's in Mississippi. A 15-year-old Jaheim McMillan was shot and killed by a police officer. And once again, with the body cam footage and everything, the cop was able to walk away. The grand jury didn't charge with anything. So with the even with video footage, they're killing our kids and getting away with it.
Yeah, that's very sad. This is America KKK. This is what it is. You know what I mean? More kids just getting murdered
in Gulfport, Mississippi,
and nothing is happening. Like, I don't understand. That shit is. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like to talk about it as much and stuff like that. I don't know. Like I told y'all, I'm one of them people that mentally after COVID, I know that I was never the same. It just did something to me. And I kind of like, I used to be a crybaby before that, but boy, I'm really a crybaby now. Y'all ain't gonna see it. I'll be on here like, hey, but I'm a cry, like, believe me, I'm a crybaby. I cry about everything. So for me, I can't even watch certain shows because I'll just start crying, but I'll be embarrassed in front of my family because I know they're gonna look at me like, what the hell, what? They ain't do nothing. They just felt, I cry over everything. I'm extra sensitive. And yeah, so stuff like that, I don't even really want to watch.
And, speaking of COVID, because you said it to me, like it's after COVID, everybody went in the house and came out crazy. I think, and the crazy part is that I look at it now, it's like everybody came out crazy and I feel normal now. I was thinking I was the crazy one.
For real?
Now I feel normal. Like, look at all these crazy people out here.
Yeah, I can't take it. You said, hey, they're crazy like me. Shit. Tell Mama, what did you stream? You streamed something else. You streamed our show on your new TV. And what kind of TV did you get? All right, what we got next?
This last one with T.I. and Boosie. I gotta share this with y'all. I gotta let y'all see. Let me put it. I gotta put it on the screen so y'all can see this. Oh yeah, yep. There it goes. Nope, there it goes.
All right, let's see what they're talking about.
Boosie crazy.
So wait, should we give the backstory real quick?
Yeah, you could give a backstory.
Okay, so while he's doing that, so they T.I. and Boosie I think they were supposed to do an album together or something to that effect. And then T.I. supposedly had so-called snitched on his dead cousin, who is no longer obviously alive. If I said dead cousin, did I need to say that? And Bootsy now had pulled and said he don't want to do the joint with T.I. no more. And then he called him a snitch. So now they got their little beef back and forth. And I guess you ready for that?
Yeah,
this is what they said.
Oh, there you go. Let me play it for y'all. It's not playing now. What?
It won't play?
No, I don't know what happened. It won't play now.
Maybe sometimes when you try to do it on here, it won't go.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat. But I'm gonna tell you like this: when I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying. I think he went up there and just got the fucking talking. You think something happened at 18 years old, right? You gonna hold how vocal he is. I've been around this. You gonna hold that in all them damn time. All this damn time for 20-something years, you gonna hold that in, and it finally came out.
Why admit to that though?
Why admit to the after? Like, bro, this is what I'm saying. T.I. he's saying this happened early in his career.
Right.
Like.
Yeah, we're going to let y'all hear T.I.'s response to that.
Work to show me. I got some paperwork to show them. And when y'all leave about that motherfucker, please let a motherfucker know that the paperwork was present. And if they wasn't here, they shouldn't be saying a motherfucking thing about the claim. You hear me? I've been waiting on one special invited guest to show up, and he ain't showed up yet. But it was somebody who had something to say about me and had to question my, disposition of some of my cases. But he ain't here to see my paperwork. And I just don't like for a nigga to goddamn get fly, then get shot. You hear me? My nigga, I'm right here in the center. You hear me? So come on, if you got something to say about me. If you think it is when it ain't but one way to clear it up, nigga. Pull on up. Let me show you what you're looking for. I want to see who want to see it. You hear me? And if it ain't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, hood shit.
Yeah, it's
All right.
really, that is.
You know, I don't know. Is it really the paperwork? Then how did he find it? He must have. He held on to that shit, huh?
You know, when you snitching, you got to keep all your paperwork.
Oh, you got to
No,
girl, you know, let me tell y'all something. See, I don't go by the code of the streets, okay? Maybe back in the day, but I don't live for that no more. So all of that snitching things, I don't really care too much about it. See, for me, I always feel like you got to be careful with promoting things like that. If something happened to one of your family members or to you or to somebody else and somebody else witnessed it and you need that witness to help you, if it was you, if it was your family, if it was your mother, father, sister, brother, kids, uncle, whoever you love, whoever you're close to, and somebody seen something that really happened real bad or they killed or whatever, you would want the person to say something, right, to help you. So a lot of times that I understand, you know, mind your business to a certain extent, but I really don't promote that no snitching stuff. I don't like it at all. I'm not with it. So look, I'm a taxpayer. I'm not into the whole street shit. So for me, it is what it is. To justify that, you got to prove to the hood, you know, but that's only because if you're still living in that life, then you have to represent it in a certain way. That's the way that I see it. I like T.I., so I'm not really here trying to say anything bad about him, nor Bootsy, even though I'm going to be honest, I didn't know Bootsy as much as like until he got out of jail. I wasn't that familiar with him. So
I was put onto his music a little while ago, sitting in the car.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what y'all think about that. That's the tea of the week so far. Oh, you know what? I'm trying to think. I was talking to Dima Wet about something. Damn it. And I don't freaking. Oh, I want to say this before we get up out of here. I don't know if y'all seen this is more tea of the week, but I don't have the picture. Kanye West and Adidas. See, everybody was talking all that stuff, but see, Kanye was smart. He said, la, 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 wait till I get my money right. And boom. Guess what? He got his money right. Why? Because now Adidas want him back. They got to pay him. They got to work a deal out with him. See, everybody was laughing at Kanye West and trying to kick him when he was down, but that brother did something amazing with his paperwork. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about paperwork, right? And I said this earlier today when I was talking to D on the phone. I said, you know what? Kanye West is smart. I think he planned this out from the jump. He got around them. He do what they do to us. He got close to them. He got in the room with them. He did business with them. And they thought that they were getting over on him. But guess what? La, 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 wait till I get my money right. He got his money right. He had his papers right. And he did what he needed to do. So it looks like everybody's starting to crawl back to Ye now in the building. You already know what it is, baby.
You know what the crazy part is? You know, when everybody was talking about, Kanye lost $3 billion, he didn't lose anything. It was all projected money he didn't even make yet. Adidas was the one that lost the money. They lost $1.5 billion.
Trying to prove a point.
Yep,
right in the bandwagon.
Now like we need you back. You know?
They played themselves. What's up, Monique? In the building, I see you. Listen, guys, we are shutting it down. We want to thank y'all so much for pulling up to From the Ground Up Productions. Don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button right now. Hit the like button to us right now. Make sure you share. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to all of to our YouTube channel, Facebook, follow us on there, and Instagram or Twitter, wherever. Also, do not forget to go over to CASHONABLE's website and purchase his music. You talking real hip hop, okay? Him, CHIZABAM was on here dropping some jewels. This was a great show tonight. Great interview. I absolutely love it. And I want y'all to go over and support them. And if you go stream his song, the second quarter, just type in his name, CASHONABLE, and then it'll come up. Tag them, tag CASHONABLE, CHIZABAM, boom, feeling the song, show you rocking out to it, whatever. It's all good. And that's it. We got anything else to say?
Nah, I think you said it all.
All right. We appreciate all of y'all for tuning in, for checking in with us and supporting us, man. Listen, it's what helps us keep coming back and feeling good about coming back every week. So tap in, Stay tuned. We'll see y'all next week, and we appreciate y'all. Big homie Madman, I'm gonna connect you with them because I think that would be a nice connection for y'all both. All right, and now we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yep. Peace out.
We hope you enjoyed your time with From the Ground Up Productions. We'll see you next time. Be sure to add our channel to your Roku list and listen to us on all streaming platforms.
From the ground up. From the ground up. There's only one way to go from here.